I don't know, maybe my contempt for society has caused me to be tested as such. I don't know, but it's something I'm definitely interested in, and maybe I will try, maybe I will experiment with, maybe I'll encourage other people to, and just act as my guinea pigs, I don't know. A good artist should be able to do anything with anything at his or her disposal. One should not limit oneself to a particular style, medium, or brand of product. It is a sure sign of limiting your life and views, a sign of a narrow mind. Charles Shaver. I am glad you find things that feed the inner life, for this is what great art does, in the works of those who apply themselves with heart, mind, and soul, whose words and deeds are full of spirit and life. How rich art is! If one can only remember what one has seen, one is never idle or truly lonely, never alone. Vincent van Gogh. It is December 98. Reflective time of year. Perhaps I'll do this again next year. But that's what you get when you have teachers who think that teaching is nothing more than nostalgia, and they grew up during the age of structuralist filmmaking. Anyway, first half of this was done in December 98. It's now April of 99, and I've got a few more things to say, so please bear with me. One of the things, if there is anything that I think that separates us as human beings from other creatures, is a certain level of consciousness. We are conscious of the world beyond our most immediate environment. Allows for a more complex, or at least a different kind of complex, and more abstract levels of thought and processes to each of our perceptions. We are conscious of what's beyond the doors of our homes. We're conscious of what's beyond our neighborhoods and our cities and counties and states. We are conscious that there are other people and other things and places beyond where we are at, even though we may not always think about them every last minute of the day. We recognize and we understand that things exist besides ourselves and what's immediately around us. We understand that the existence that we do have is mortal and will one day end as well. The concepts of why we create art and why we even continue to allow ourselves to exist have been two major facilitators for my education and my goals, really since I was a child. are innately very social beings, and to use an old sort of cliche, there have been tests. There have been tests where if Homo sapiens are not allowed socialization, they simply die. We have a desire and a need to communicate to each other. And we think in very abstract manners. So I pose the question, if we think on such a complex level, then how do we communicate to each other very simply? We think and communicate through a system of symbols and labels. Words are labels, and everything that we use to communicate are such. If I were to say to you the word chair, it evokes many images of chairs, many different definitions, many images, and so on. So therefore, words actually act as doorways to thought. This is what all good art does as well. From drawings and paintings and etchings and stones, in caves, on walls, on canvas, on video, film, whatever it may be. And no matter what your message may be, or whatever you may be trying to communicate, or whatever you're trying to make look very pretty through aesthetics, or whatever it is, the basis of it is to communicate. The basis of it is to create a new symbol that will evoke ideas and images.
I will never treat you mean, never start no kind of scene. I'll tell you every place and person that I've been.
But for us to truly communicate amongst each other, we must communicate as close as we can to our personal point of view. And when we receive